Over in the space of Marvel Comics' Ultimate line of publishing, the diabolical genius known as the Maker was able to utilize time travel to stop the origins of several superheroes. Of course, this excludes the Maker's very own council, which is watching over the brand new vision of the Ultimate line. In the meantime, a group of X-Men are rising up in the eastern territory of Hinokuni. My name is Oracle Braddock, and today, let's go ahead and preview the pages of Ultimate X-Men issue 4. But before we get deeper into the video, I want to encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel. New Mutants. Hisako and Mei's classmate Nico Minoru has figured out that these two girls possess unusual abilities. But they're not the only ones. Hisako's world gets a lot bigger in Ultimate X-Men issue 4. Ultimate X-Men 4 is still written and illustrated over by Peach Momoko, featuring additional script adaptation from Zack Davisson, letters from VC's Travis Lanham, and of course the issue spotlighting so many of the disparate mutants over on Ultimate X-Men is also illustrated by the phenomenal Peach Momoko. Ultimate X-Men Chapter 4 picks up on a really interesting sequence over between Hisako and Maystorm fleshing out their school life. It's pretty interesting to see some of the character traits finally get fleshed out for our X-Men characters, and to see that both Hisako and Mei appear to be underachievers over at the school. Plus, Momoko finally starts to unveil some additional elements of characterization regarding some of the other cast members. It appears that the character of Nico Minoru is fond of reading the fortunes for some of the disparate schoolgoers and X-Men characters in the tale. Plus, over in this tale, it seems like Nico has a really watchful eye on Hisako across the comic book tale. In this next sequence here, I think Peach Momoko does an excellent job teasing the meat of the issue here, as Hisako must return home in order to cook a meal for her family. Momoko is able to pace this issue incredibly well, as initially she hides some of the nonlinear pacing structure of the issue to even keep some of the fight over between Hisako and the mysterious shadow from readers until they're able to piece together some of the final pages over in the comic book tale. Elsewhere here, it was really interesting to watch Maystorm take action with some of her mutant powers in order to attempt to conceal some of the elements of identity over between Hisako and her schoolgoers. Peach Momoko was able to capture this sequence so beautifully on the comic book page, and I love the mysterious character who's teased in some of the preceding pages here over on the comic book tale. There's so much versatility in terms of the way that Momoko is able to render the various character expressions for the disparate mutants over on the page. I think the final panel in Ultimate X-Men does a wonderful job interpreting Maystorm's face just slightly differently than we've seen in some of the previous instances. Also, it feels like when some of our X-Men characters are able to utilize their mutant powers, Peach Momoko is able to capitalize on the situation and deliver just some really beautiful elements of characterization that are enhanced with the mutant powers as well. So at the end of the day here, I really think that Ultimate X-Men Chapter 4 is a fantastic issue of the comic book series, really widening the scope and getting our team of Ultimate X-Men ready to face off against some of the Maker's Council. Over in the background of the tale, it's super interesting how some of the various mutant characters and other heroes over at Marvel Comics are really starting to pay close attention to what's going on in Japan in terms of the new Ultimate Universe, and start to get a suspicion that the character of Hisako may be developing some mutant powers as well. I want to know from you, what did you think of Peach Momoko's really understated writing and beautiful visuals over on Ultimate X-Men issue 4? Did you enjoy this installment as much as I did? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for coming to check out our video review over on Ultimate X-Men Chapter 4. And we'll be back to watch the big battle between our Ultimate X-Men and the Maker's Council. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.